There is one moment in the Dragon Ball Super manga that seems to come out of nowhere, and it is such an immense moment for not only DBS but the character of Goku, and there really isn't much of an explanation besides Goku just gets it now, and that of course is this moment right here, Goku finally mastering Ultra Instinct.
Looks like Dad might actually pull it off.
This seems to be going smoothly, doesn't it? It would appear so, my lord.
Now in the next DBS arc, we do see that Goku still is trying to perfect and master Ultra Instinct in his own way by implementing his own emotions and creating almost like a variant of Ultra Instinct. But since we saw this in the DBS Tournament of Power, this has been its ultimate conclusion, the mastery that we all wanted to see, the mastery that was given to us by the team behind Dragon Ball Super and Toyotaro. But how did he get to this, and why can he all of a sudden jump into Mastered Ultra Instinct? Well, I'll tell you right now that everything you know about this moment right here is wrong. Or at least not the entire story, because there is a lot more that goes into this, but there is something before that that is far more important to the story of Mastered Ultra Instinct that nobody else has talked about. Back in chapter 62 of the Dragon Ball Super manga, Moro finally becomes what you could only assume to be his most perfect version at that time. He is now Moro 73, being the building blocks of what eventually will become Angelic Moro. He's able to defeat Vegeta relatively easily. He swats away Gohan and Piccolo, two of the OGs and future Orange Piccolo and Beast Gohan, the strongest in the entire Dragon Ball Super series, leaving only Goku left, who tries to take him out with a Kamehameha wave, giving it his all, which is the only character that has ki that goes beyond God Ki, and with so he is able to severely damage Moro in a callback that reminds us of Cell. After completely obliterating Moro's arm, Moro calmly walks up to Goku, a surprise Goku at that, in probably one of the most alpha ways possible, and he regrows his arm into Goku's body because of Piccolo's regeneration. This blow is a devastating hit toward Goku. It is a full-grown man's arm inside his chest cavity, crushing bone, tissue, organs, and lungs. It is a ginormous hole, and even in this manga panel right here, you can see how it is burrowed into him. It is just a huge gaping hole where blood just starts spewing. Goku at this point, a lot of us thought that he was dead, that he was out for the count. I mean, if you're really thinking about it, why didn't Gohan go into beast mode upon seeing the brutal murder of his father? You would think that would be enough to push him into that transformation that he later goes on after seeing Piccolo get his ass beat, but that's a video for another day. Goku is quite literally bleeding out of the back of the hole, out of the front, and from his mouth. It's not seared. There is a gaping wound. It isn't burned and singed off like lightsaber stab wounds or lightsaber cut off limbs. No, it is completely open and exposed, and it is bleeding. Now, according to US EMS training, it takes 60 seconds to lose half the blood in your body. It takes 2.5 minutes for you to die of blood loss, and the average response time of EMS is around 7 minutes. Now, before Goku is saved by Dende, Gohan attacks Moro again and loses. Both androids attack Moro and also fail. Moro is able to create a shield so that way nobody else interferes, and then at the same time snipes Piccolo right on the spot. Miris then lets Dende in, then Jaco attacks Moro, only for Miris to also step in and shoot Moro as well. Moro and Miris fight in a dynamic duel that takes an undisclosed amount of time, but if you really look at it, this has gone at least well past 5 minutes, going into that 7+ range, and if you count Dende as a first responder, well, Dende finally gets there. I would imagine 10 minutes have gone by, so Goku is either on death's door or he is unconscious dying. Like, this is probably the closest to near death besides him getting outright obliterated that he's been since Raditz. So BlackScape, how does this relate to the mastering of Ultra Instinct? Am I saying that because Goku came back from near death, the Zenkai boost that he would have gotten, if he still gets Zenkai boost, would charge him up enough for him to be able to get the W and become Mastered Ultra Instinct? Kind of, but not really, because Zenkai boosts have not really been a thing for the majority of Dragon Ball Super, and it's even stated that their addition to power levels after transformations is quite negligible. That's told to us in the Daisenshu 7. It's told to us a little bit throughout Dragon Ball Super's manga. I would say that in DBS Moro, Goku finally learned what it is to be a hero, working with a team, not being alone in the fighting, in the training, in the transformations. Right before Goku transforms, he asks Jocko why he's in the Galactic Patrol. Jocko says, "I wanted to help preserve peace in the galaxy, duh." Also, the uniform is just the awesomest, which is essentially Miras's viewpoint, and he carried that all the way till his death. He broke the angelic law because he couldn't sit back and watch as the universe tore itself apart. He wanted to be a hero. Goku finally realizes what it's like to be a hero, realizes that sacrifice needs to be done, and he's not in this by himself. Goku says, "But he didn't do it for me, he did it for our universe. I was saved by Vegeta, Dende too, and in the end I made Miras give up his life." Meaning that there are so many people depending on him, and they all helped him get to this point, even focusing on Dende, who did save him from near death. So that near death experience is something that has been on Goku's mind since that moment, because he did come back to life. The last time he was in a similar situation, he ended up just dying and giving the weight of the universe to his friends and family. But he says, "Right now I'm a Galactic Patrol agent just like you, so protecting the universe is my duty too. I can't let Moro have his way with our home." The culmination of Goku getting stabbed by Moro in the chest, being saved by Dende and Vegeta, only for Miras to come in, give up his life for Goku. Goku realizes the weight of being a hero, becomes a hero, and with that finds the inner peace and spirit that he needs to become Mastered Ultra Instinct.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.